For most fish, being stranded on land is an emergency. Mudskippers treat it like beachfront property. When the tide pulls away from a mangrove mudflat, these little fish do not retreat with the water. Instead, they crawl outside, search for food, patrol the neighborhood, argue with their neighbors, and some can even climb roots and low branches. Meet the mudskipper, an amphibious fish so comfortable on land that some species spend more time out of water than in it. Of course, being a fish on land comes with one very important rule. Stay damp. Mudskippers have enlarged chambers around their gills that help keep their breathing surfaces moist. They can also absorb oxygen through their damp skin and through the lining of their mouth and throat. So those puffed up cheeks are not just part of their permanently confused expression. They are part of the life support system. Then there's the walking. Mudskippers use their strong front fins almost like a pair of crutches. They plant them in the mud, lift the front of their body, and swing themselves forward. When that is not fast enough, they curl their bodies and push off with their tails, launching themselves across the mud. It is not exactly graceful, but on a slippery mudflat, it works surprisingly well. And mudskippers usually have somewhere very important to be. Their burrows are valuable pieces of mudflat real estate, and males can be extremely territorial. They warn rivals by raising their dorsal fins, opening their mouths, and putting on dramatic displays. But if neither fish backs down, the performance can turn into a full wrestling match. For an animal with such a permanently surprised face, the mudskipper is remarkably willing to start an argument. That burrow is more than a hiding place. It protects the mudskipper from predators, extreme temperatures, drying out, and the returning tide. In some species, it also becomes an underground nursery. The eggs develop along the walls of an air-filled chamber. To keep them supplied with oxygen, the male repeatedly collects mouthfuls of fresh air from the surface and carries them underground. Then, when the eggs are ready, water floods the chamber, and the babies begin to hatch. Tiny fish. Surprisingly serious nursery management. And finally, there are those eyes. They sit high on the head like two tiny periscopes, giving the mudskipper a clear view across the mud. And yes, mudskippers can blink, but instead of closing eyelids, they pull their eyes downward into moist sockets. That strange little blink wets the eyes, removes debris, and protects them from injury. So, is the mudskipper a confused fish trying to become a land animal? Not all. It is a fish that can breathe air, cross mud, climb, fight, flirt, maintain an underground nursery, and blink, all without giving up being a fish. The mudskipper looked at the boundary between land and water and decided it could live on both sides.